Bom dia, boa tarde, muito boa noite, internet. Quem retorna é o Leori aqui para falar de mais mods de Fallout. Esse mod se chama A Better World, um mundo melhor. E primeiramente eu vou deixar o trailer rolando e eu já volto para falar sobre o mod.
We spent 2 years running. From the coursers. From the Institute. But together, we found a new world. A better world.
A Better World é um mod que começou a ser desenvolvido em 2020 por uma única pessoa e depois juntou várias pessoas na equipe, beleza? Vou falar um pouco sobre o mod. O mod ele se chama na verdade A Better World, um conto de Liz e Joe. A história se passa com esses dois personagens, né? Com mais ênfase nesses dois personagens e tem algumas side quests, ok? Mas a história principal é da Liz e da Joe. Duas cientistas que fugiram do instituto utilizando o teletransporte do instituto, tá? E não sabiam onde foram parar. Elas simplesmente usaram o teletransporte para qualquer lugar e elas acabaram parando num lugar que elas acreditam que é um mundo melhor, a Better World. Inicialmente, aparentemente, elas param em uma espécie de shopping da Vault-Tec, tá? Que vai ser a primeira parte do mapa. E é isso que a gente tem que falar agora. O mod são dois mapas novos. O shopping da Vault-Tec, que seria um shopping onde a Vault-Tec demonstraria a tecnologia dela e tudo mais, que é tipo bem legal, várias referências foram prometidas, né, sobre esse shopping da Vault-Tec, onde a Vault-Tec demonstra, e a parte de fora. O que acontece aqui, seu personagem do Fallout 4 vai para esse mapa e nesse mapa ele encontra a Jo e a Liz, beleza? Nesse mapa existe um vilão. O vilão é um caçador, né? Um sintético caçador renegado, tá? Ele foi enviado para caçar elas, mas em algum momento ele deu um mau funcionamento nele. Ele não obedece mais a ninguém, nem mesmo se você for do instituto, ele vai te obedecer, tá bom? Ele vai tentar caçar elas de qualquer maneira e a sua missão é ajudá-las. Fora o shopping da Vault-Tec, que vai ser a área onde elas se encontram e conseguem a tecnologia para construir esse mundo melhor, tem a segunda parte do mod, que é o lado de fora do shopping, tá? O lado de fora desse shopping é um lugar verde e lindo, bem diferente, tá? De tudo que a gente já viu no Fallout 4, pelo menos. A gente vai falar de 76. Há áreas parecidas, né? Mas de Fallout 4 é uma área bem diferente, bem verde, bem linda, campos. É um lugar bem diferente. O que acontece também nesse lugar é que gangues começaram a aparecer nesse lugar. Eles mencionam apenas uma das gangues, chamada de Os 14, né, mas aparentemente há várias outras, tá? Vai haver várias quests e eles mostraram pelo menos uma das casas seguras, né? Aquelas safe houses, que é uma cabaninha bem bonita. O lugar todo é bem bonito, bem arrumadinho, né? Basicamente, o que foi prometido há 20 anos atrás é isso, tá? Há 20 anos atrás, meu Deus, em 2020 foi isso. O mod vem fazendo muito, vem progredindo muito nos últimos anos e eu acabei reencontrando ele numa lista de mods mais esperados, né? Eu já tinha ouvido falar desse mod e eu pretendia fazer um vídeo, mas aí não tinha mais nada. Tinha esses 2 trailers que eu estou mostrando de fundo, que é o diário do primeiro desenvolvedor e o trailer. Só pouco tempo atrás, uma nova gameplay bem grande saiu para todo mundo assistir. E esse mod acabou voltando como um dos mods mais aguardados, com armaduras únicas, armas únicas, NPCs únicos, diálogos totalmente dublados, beleza? E uma quest principal bem longa, uma side quest, várias, né, side quests e algumas side quests com certa importância, né? Digamos, side quests com certa importância a gente conhece, né? São side quests longas com importância. E um mapa do tamanho do mapa de Far Harbor, tá? Eu vou deixar tudo na descrição sobre eles e vou deixar agora vocês com o trailer. Eu acredito que é um mod muito legal para se aguardar, principalmente que não é muito comum em Fallout mods que trazem mapas novos. É por isso que eu resolvi falar desse mod, tá? Resumi bastante aqui para ser bem direto, acabar meu resumo aí antes dos 8 minutos e deixo vocês agora com o gameplay que eles liberaram recentemente e o gameplay que fez eles voltarem para a lista de mods mais aguardados, tá bom? Qualquer update dele eu volto, beleza? Valeu, tchau, tchau.
Hi everyone, Elijah Hauk here, project lead for A Tale of Joe, Liz, and a Better World. Today, we'd like to offer you a taste of our story and world in our first gameplay demo. We pick up about a third of the way into our main quest. A Better World tells the tale of 2 former Institute researchers, Joe and Liz. Years after a dramatic falling out and subsequent escape from the Institute, Joe and Liz have worked tirelessly to resettle a group of desperate wastelanders to the peaceful hills of Abbott County. However, when the player enters Abbott County, they find that not all is right. Overnight, entire settlements suddenly went dark. Some blame a mysterious faction called the 14th, but others feel it is something new. To make matters worse, Joe and Liz themselves have gone missing. And that is where we begin today, in Abbott County, high in the mountains of the Neshoba Range. Prior to our current quest starting, we discovered a paper trail leading us to Miller's Hill, a small settlement overlooking the larger canal town of Bethel. It's to Miller's Hill we're heading, in hopes that we can find out what's causing the settlements of Abbott County to go quiet. So, let's head off. world of Abbott County features a vast wilderness, peppered with the half-buried ruins of a lost civilization from before the war. Here we could dive down into the unknown, but that's for another time. There's something strange about this note. But was this written before or after the destruction? Let's keep looking. In a better world, we want to reward exploration by allowing you to sometimes bypass quest sections or find alternate solutions. However, in this case, we don't have the required strength. A member of the 14th, a faction in Abbott County hostile to those they consider outsiders. Another clue and a key. In a better world, we try to use quest markers only where appropriate. In this case, we're told to look for a crypt, so that's where we'll go. It looks like the 14th had moved into these crypts. A tech-heavy faction with mysterious goals, the 14th are seen all over Abbott County, excavating and fiercely protecting the buried ruins they call home. But these aren't ruins. These are crypts for those that fell in a more recent disaster. So what are the 14th doing here?
Have to find a card. Nice. Perfect.
Easy, easy. I'm unarmed, and a little curious how you got in here. Can we talk? Glad to see cooler heads can prevail. Hope we didn't get off on the wrong foot, on account of my appearance. Name's Dolos. I'm a member of the 14th, and up until you rolled in here, a bit of a prisoner. So you've got my thanks for that. My people? Nah, you got it all wrong. The 14th are no one's people anymore. You've seen what they've become. Screaming, confused, raging against imagined horror. That's not life. Those aren't people. Not anymore. Joe and Liz did this. All of it. Why don't you ask them? They'd tell it better than I would. To the 14th? A long time ago. I'll be honest, things were on a downturn before Joe and Liz came here with these settlers. But they didn't help them. They just put a boot on the neck of every person trying to survive here. And buried them so deep, they hoped no one would ever find the bodies. Don't they? You'd be surprised what people are capable of when they're backed up against the wall. But if you don't believe me, ask them yourself. Ask them about the calamity. Watch for the look in their eyes. Disaster site, far from here. And like I said, ask them. I really think you should ask them yourselves. I'd be curious to hear how they rationalize it. Fine. The 14th didn't stand a chance against all the tech the settlers had at their disposal. There was no fighting, it was just a massacre. The ones left behind, they only degraded further and were chased to the fringes. Driven underground. It's a fucking tragedy. You don't know? Of course you don't. 14th are the original inhabitants of this place. They built the land from the ground up, stayed safe here, relatively speaking, until the outsiders came. Not something I figure the overlords who run the show now would have told you. Why would they want to stay in your view of their little paradise? They're trying to find themselves. This place was something of their world, before everything was buried by the outsiders. They're digging it up because it's all they know. The 14th just want to reclaim this land for themselves. And they think maybe if they dig up enough of the past, they'll become whole again. Who am I to tell them otherwise? Just people trying to survive. Not all that different from you, I'd wager. Whatever you say. People disappear around here all the time for one reason or another. I don't venture too close to Bethel for obvious reasons. But no, I don't know anything about the disappearances. Sorry. You say the wrong things to the wrong people, you're bound to face the consequences one day. I offended the powers that be, and they locked me up here. Joe and Liz, who else? Away from here, I figure you trigger an alarm when you drop the barrier. It's only a matter of time until... Did you hear that? We don't want to get caught in whatever that is. Let's get out of here. Are you sure you know where you're going? We can't go that way. Come on, I know a back door. We don't want to end up like them. Come on. The elevator will take us to the roof. Call it down, I'll keep a lookout. Jesus Christ. Try some percussive maintenance. Hit it. Hit it harder! Shit! We'll have to jump. Go! There. That's what the end of the world looks like. Get a good look.